Well, I'm going to take a walk down this main road towards the beach. This is the area, the White Sand Beach main road. It's probably the most built-up area that you're likely to find in the island of Koh Chang. And I have to say, I'm not entirely keen on this particular road, this particular area, day or night. I'm not entirely keen on it because it's a bit bland. This whole road, it's got bars, it's got a few restaurants, and a couple of them are actually quite good. But it doesn't feel like you're on an island the way Lonely Beach does. When I come out of my hotel in Lonely Beach, walked a few yards to the road, it had that real I'm on an island feel about it. This doesn't. I think the way I spent on my previous visit a bit too much time in this area here, and that's probably why I didn't enjoy it so much. I think somehow bland is the word for this. Now this place here serves Thai food, and I was eating in there well beyond midnight last night. It's very, very good value. It's almost all Thai food, and it is really, really good. Excellent. I had a really nice meal in there last night. Here you've got other places. You've got the White Elephant. These are more like British bars, obviously, a bit more expensive. Kitchen open until 1 AM. Yes, I had a nice cotton chips in there the other night, beyond midnight. Very nice too. And this is quite a well-known one. Paddy Palms Pub and Restaurant. Pub and Resort, I should say. I had a roast dinner in there Saturday afternoon. They do a roast dinner Saturday and Sunday. A full roast with a variety of meats. Cost me 350 Thai baht. Plus Heineken. What was Heineken? Was that about 155 baht a pint? Quite reasonable, really. Obviously, at the daytime, there's nobody there. They're all down at the beach. But it's the fact is, if you want other beers, you can get Guinness in there, but they become quite expensive. If you want imported beers, you will end up paying quite a bit of money in those well-run English-themed pubs and Irish-themed pubs as well. There we go. Well, did I say that this place, this road of White Sands Beach is a bit bland? Well, this is where it gets a little bit blander. I don't know, maybe it's just me, but I simply don't really like the feel of this. It's a little bit too built up. It just doesn't feel like an island when you're here. I think the problem is the last couple of visits to Koh Chang, this is the area where I stayed most of all, and that's why I didn't really like it too much here. This is a much better visit. And here, I'll try and see if I can film a little bit here. These are the late night Galley bars. Well, I don't know, obviously it's daytime, there's no one here now, but these are the Galley bars of White Sand Beach. I paid a brief visit there the other night, and the drinks were about 100 baht for just an ordinary singer. 330 millilitres. 100 baht I was paying. I wasn't very impressed with that. There are some nice ladies here of a night time, but it seems very, very quiet. Yeah, I keep hearing people tell me that business here, tourism here, is up to 50% down. And that's right, it was Saturday night I was in these bars, Saturday night. There was hardly any customers. There's quite a few girls around, but there was hardly any customers anywhere. So, well, you know, whatever Thailand's tourist industry is going through right now, I don't know, but it certainly seemed, when you consider this was a Saturday night I was here, it was very, very, very quiet. Just look at those beautiful mountains in the background. Monkey's Bar and Restaurant, and look at those mountains, so dramatic. Wow, so mysterious. You can almost imagine old King Kong climbing over there, can't you? There we go, all the traditional seaside tacky stuff that you will find at any seaside resort anywhere in the world, I suppose. Nice and colourful anyway. Well, at least it looks a bit livelier than the area that I'm staying in. Seems to be a lot more going on down here. It's actually looking a lot nicer. Nice little buildings there. This has certainly got a cosier and livelier feel than the up the road there where I'm staying. Yeah, starting to look a bit tidier, a bit livelier. A lot nicer, as a matter of fact. Maybe this is the nice end of White Sand Beach. Okay, now, when I came here, not the last time, the time before that was probably about 15 years ago, I do remember passing this place here, the Buffalo Bill Steakhouse. Obviously, it's a Western themed bar. Steaks from the campfire, Buffalo Bill Hotel, or you can actually stay here as well. Okay, and let's have a little glance at the food. Yes, because I recall when I glanced at it even 15 years ago, I recall it being very, very expensive. What have we got here? Steaks from the campfire. How to place an order. Choose your favourite cut, size, whatever. Swedish plank steak. Oh, excellent value for the money. 200 gram tenderloin, that's 990 baht only. Cattleman's Prime ribeye steak, Australia. Yeah. Yeah, let's get a bit more in. So let's get a bit more of the theme. You've got Buddy Booker's filleted pork. A little bit more reasonable there. And you really want to go for it, how about John Wayne's Last Supper? 1 kilogram steak, 1 kilogram local Thai tenderloin, dig right into it. Free choice of one sidewinder and 2 sauces t-shirt if you finish it all. 1,790 baht. Well, if you're a big fan of John Wayne, and he was the great John Wayne, why not give that a try? I think I'll give it a miss. Well, I must admit it looks nice there, but it looks a bit expensive anyway. I suppose you pay money. I've never eaten in there, and I probably won't be eating in there. It looks very, very expensive. I think that's the kind of place you want to go to if you really want to treat yourself. But at those kind of prices, you better make sure that it is well worth it. If you're going to pay high prices, you want to make sure you get your money's worth. So I hope it's good if anyone goes there. Now it's time to head for the beach. Anyway, while I'm checking the White Sands beach out, let's have a word about those Galley bars I mentioned earlier. Well, I seem to have missed the boat there. You see, I was planning on maybe showing those bars at night time, but I left it to my last 2 nights here, and guess what? I ran into Buddha Day. This goes from midnight to midnight, and what it meant was that the last 2 nights, almost all of those bars were closed, and the few that opened were unable to serve alcohol. So darkness shrouded the whole of that complex, and that's not ideal for filming. But if you want to know, are there any ladies available on Koh Chang? Well, there are, but they are not the best value you will ever come across. At that beer complex in White Sands, I visited a couple of bars and asked the ladies about the going rate. In both of those bars, I was told that the bar fine was 500 baht and long time was 2,000 baht. I didn't ask about short time, because with the 500 baht bar fine, I suspect you would want your money's worth. As for lady drinks, well, I didn't buy any. There are some nice ladies in those bars, and if that's what you want on a visit to Koh Chang, well, that's where you'll find them. Personally, I'm not here for that. I've visited Koh Chang from Pattaya, and I'm returning to Pattaya so I can find as much mucky stuff as I want there. I come to Koh Chang for a bit of island adventure. So, about White Sand Beach area. Well, I have to say I'm not as keen on this place as I was about Lonely Beach. White Sands Beach seems better suited to families, Russian families I do believe, and they seem to like it here. I just think that this area of Koh Chang is a bit bland and doesn't have the island feel that I got with Lonely Beach. Oh yes, and White Sand Beach is also more expensive for just about everything. This is, of course, just my own personal opinion. I'm sure others will disagree. Anyway, I have one more video about Koh Chang, one that shows what a lovely island it is, so that's coming up soon. So, thanks for watching. Please subscribe to this channel because I've got a whole lot more info I want to share with you. Give this video a thumbs up if it's been useful, and cheers.